Good afternoon, my fine citizens of the city of Detroit. This is the Wood Dog. As usual, I'm on my Detroit Bike Blight Patrol. You can check me out on YouTube and subscribe and hit the like button. I need your support. Today is July 14th, and I'm in front of a dump in the city of Detroit, approximately a half a mile from my house, outside of a semi-historical district. But I did want to send a shout out to the Longstreets, Mr. and Mrs. Longstreet. They're attorneys in the city of Detroit, and Mrs. Longstreet is running for 36th District Court. So make sure that you show Ms. Longstreet some support. And the 36th District Court, Mr. King, he's running for 3rd Circuit Court Judge in Wayne County. Those are two fine individuals that need to be on the bench wearing the black robe, dispensing justice as it should be done, fairly, equitably, in any kind of other way you can think of. And to my good friend Darlene Bowens, she's going to drag out her Oak Park Cadillac. She wants to hang out with the Wood Dog on his Detroit Bike Blight Patrol next to my Detroit Cadillac. Welcome. Get your legs in shape. All right, here we go. I'm in front of a burnout structure here today. There it is. This structure right here has been burnt out from front to back. There's no address on this location, but it's next to this abandoned house. The address on this house is 12142 Broad Street. Now, you know how I do Detroit. I like to go up on them, go up in them, and see what's going on. But how far you think I'm gonna get with all this trash? All right, here we go. Like everybody who comes through here throws their trash into this house. Okay, you see that? Now this has got to be the most nastiest, funkiest, abandoned, burnout house in the city of Detroit. Okay, those are the stairs going upstairs, not going up there. Don't want to fall through. Okay, Jerry's Pizza Box is up in here. All right, who knows what else? This garbage in this house is at least 12 inches deep. Okay, there's a window, take you right outside. It's been burnt to front to back. All right, garbage everywhere. All right, check this out. Check this out. Look, it's burnt, crispy, garbage. Man, this is one place I'm getting out of Detroit. Okay, but Detroit is kind of funny about this house. The Wayne County Treasurer's Office hadn't came out and tagged this house for demolition. Wonder why? Not worth anything. The only thing that might be worth is something to the house next door. It's vacant, but no need to go up in there. At least this house is in better shape than this one right here. Okay, but this is a half a mile. This is a half a mile from where I live. And you know something else, Detroit? Guess what's across the street? I'm gonna show you what's across the street. Here you go. That's a middle school over there. That's the Hope Academy. Okay? I'm gonna walk across the street so you can see the banner on the house. All right? Now, this used to be Winterhalter Junior High School. I went to this school when I was a boy. Now, this school has been renovated and thousands of dollars poured into it to make it the Hope Academy. There you go. All right, this school and that burn up piece of trash over there is on Broad Street at Cortland. Broad Street at Cortland. And further down the street, down there by that traffic signal, that's Elmhurst. So this raggedy dump that I just walked across the street, let me go back. Okay, I'm gonna be bouncing back and forth across the street on this one, Detroit, because this house right here needs to go. The Detroit Land Bank needs to come over here and tear this house down, or the Wayne County Treasurer's Office need to come slap one of their foreclosure notices on it and probably tear it down if they want to. But also, right next door to these two piece of junk abandoned houses is a church. a well manicured church. And like the video that I did that this past weekend, today is July 14th, a Thursday. Now look at this. You see this well paved surface parking lot of this church? They would love to have those two houses down the street tore down. This is the First Glory Missionary Baptist Church. And the reverend of that church on their banner outside says Reverend James Jones. Okay, he's the pastor of this church right here. And this church is at 12130 Broad Street. Okay, now why should this well manicured property and church have to sit next to a burn up house that's burnt out from front to back with garbage in front of it? Okay, now right across the street from this church is another church that's well groomed and manicured. Let me blow it up for you. I'm looking south on Broad Street towards Elmhurst. That's the church. Okay, here's another banner of the Hope Academy Charter School that's right across the street. Okay, they have two banners on the school. Owner Hope Academy. All right. Hamilton Anderson Associates are the people who did that school. It's immaculate on the inside. They have armed security 24 hours a day. So that's a good location. All right, Detroit. You know the wood dog. You know what I'm about. I told you I was going to be doing these videos all summer long, and I wasn't kidding. All right, nobody's financing me to do this. Nobody's paying me. I fix my own flats on my tires. But let me ask you this question, the city of Detroit. Let me go back in front of this garbage location. I would like to know if the city of Detroit is making good on their word of suing property owners for houses like this. You know, where's the data? I want to see and know about the data on every abandoned house in the city of Detroit that they've actually sued the homeowners, drug them in the court, whether they own a house, apartment building, a flat, or a golf course, a tennis court, a basketball court, anything that they own. Are they sending the code enforcement officers to cite these people? Because not only is the city of Detroit responsible for tearing down houses like this with garbage literally coming out the front door, and you know, who knows what's in this this love jug right here on the porch. Man, you know, I'm even scared to stand on this porch, Detroit. Okay, I want to know how many people have been actually sued by the city of Detroit about leaving houses like this and walking away from them. The city of Detroit is responsible for not tearing them down, but at the same time, the people who walk away from the houses to allow them to be vandalized and destroyed need to be dragged into our courts too. Because while they're waiting, and you have certain council members who want to fight the mayor on the blight process, you got kids that's about to start school in another month and a half and have to go and look at a house like this. Okay, remind you, that's a well manicured academy right across the street. That's one of the largest academies in the city of Detroit. That used to be a middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I personally went there 6th and 7th, 8th grade and graduated from that building right there. Okay, now that's something that the citizens of Detroit should be caring about, because there are people in the city of Detroit who pay their taxes, pay their water bills on time, pay their mortgages on time, keep their properties up to date, groomed. But then you have business owners who own properties and they're not being served nuisance abatement tickets for their overgrown grass and abandoned cars on their properties, unregistered, untagged. Okay, that's part of the problem too. Detroit has two problems, not only just blight, but you got crime, and then you have neglect. Okay, there's a lot of business owners and people who own property in the city of Detroit, but they don't cut the grass, they don't remove the abandoned vehicles off the property. They got bodies laying in the property and don't even know about it, illegal water. You know, all those things have to be addressed. If you go back in some of my videos, I did a video where I explained to you the steps that it took to actually tear down a demolition house. I think it was on Pingree Street. I got about 9 or 10 videos up, but none of the messages are the same. Okay, I talk to the people in the community around these houses before I actually do a video on them. So I know approximately how long the houses have been abandoned. And this one, like I said, is a half a mile from my house. And can you believe that people used to actually live in this house before it was burnt? Because I used to jog past this house for 3 or 4 years in a row. Okay, and the only difference in the appearance of this house is that it's been burnt. There were actually people with kids living in this structure last summer. Okay, this is the first year I spent my whole summer riding my Detroit Cadillac, because you know when you get older, your knees and back can't take all that jogging every day or every other day. So I do it on the bike. I can cover more ground. I'm out here. My challenge is still up for any city council member for the city of Detroit. I will meet you anywhere in the city of Detroit. Get you a pair of shorts, gym shoes, get you a Detroit Cadillac of some type, and come out and join me. And we can get down. All right? Don't come out here just to give me lip service. If you're not going to do anything, don't even bother calling me, because I got plenty of followers and they're subscribing because they don't have to put in the effort. I'll put in the effort. I'll put in the sweat. I'll do the leg work for you.